Yo, what is up, guys? So today we've got actually a triple heroes in one video that we're going to be coaching. This is a 2130 gold Junkrat, Torbjorn, and a RoadHog. We're going to do all of them in one video. But if you're new to this series, guys, basically we just coach in Overwatch, having some fun. Also checking out some of the questionable gameplays, because sometimes people do way more entertaining things in these lower ranks. But anyways, if you guys are new to the series, basically, I'm doing some coaching. It's just something I really enjoy doing. If you guys want to be featured, you guys want some help, you guys want to learn how to get good, feel free to go ahead and send me a link on Twitter, Discord, or you can send it to me in an email. And also, I'm just always going to do this because there are always newer players looking to get better. This is my rank. I ain't no top 500 yet, but actually, we need to change that. I'm actually kind of higher here. But anyways, we're here to go over the Junkrat gameplay. All right. One thing you can do in the very beginning as Junkrat is put a mine by the door. That lets you put your mine on ready because it's going to already start its cooldown. Alright, so it looks like right now we're just busting down Orisa shield. Important thing to do is watch what your other DPS can do. Alright, so we got a Hanzo. I'm surprised someone didn't yell at him, have him swap up the Hanzo. Okay, so there's kind of like two barriers. Winston barrier, it's not really like a barrier that generally gets like thrown down at chose to be more aggressive. Okay, your team is already dead at this point, so you shooting the barrier completely pointless for like two reasons. One, your team isn't going to be able to really destroy the barrier fast enough. One, because they're kind of dead. Second, over here, you got a Hanzo for damage. Okay, good. Looks like you're trying to actually get some damage in right here. Now, important thing. Let's pause it over here. All right, so important thing, you're shooting like around right here. What's happening is this little like it's a Japanese style I forgot what like arches. What I'm just gonna call it arches. I'm not sure. There's probably a better name for it. But anyways, the way it's designed is not gonna actually like hit them because it's like bouncing off. It's going down and it's like rolling over there. All right, so keep that in mind. You can technically hit people with like good geometry, but that building, that Japanese building, not gonna be working. Okay. Good. You're getting behind them, although the Orisa's shield placement was terrible right there. Shielding the Junkrat would be much better than trying to shield the D.Va from actually getting some attack in. Oh, go on the Mercy! Alright, D.Va's gone. At this point, you gotta peace out or get some big picks. Oh, Hanzo landed in the scatter arrow. What a balanced effect. Unfortunately, Soldier was right there. Alright, in this engagement over here, you had this. You hit him. All you do, just throw this mine down, pop it right in front of his face. Really good. When Junkrat has double mines, oh, it's just easy kills, easy games. But yeah. So important thing, your DPS is Hanzo. Again, in the very beginning when you were shooting the shield, don't do that. There's really no point. You're not going to be able to effectively get rid of the Orisa shield by yourself because, well, the thing is that you have a Hanzo for your other damage, and that's not generally something that wants to shoot the shield. Hanzo doesn't play like that. Hanzo should be going up, climbing, and just trying to get picks for free. And it looks like that monkey is gone. Alright. Okay, so we're putting that down, kind of waiting for the... Wow. I can't believe the tire actually went there. Well, anyways, the tire is gone. Hanzo ends up getting one pick. So you guys are even right now as far as like the fight goes. Good, good. You got the Mercy and the Soldier. That's big. This should be an easy push. Alright. Alright, important thing. When you're in this scenario where you just get some picks, it's important to use this. Let's see if you do it. Use your trap, place it over here or over here where they would come to try to contest. Especially in these lower ranks, sometimes anything can happen. People will be popping ults, and we see the monkey going on us. Okay. Again, you should have used your trap. You see, we still have our trap. Use the trap. I know that there was one like super far back. I think that one that you placed down was actually at the health pack in the Mega in the top left. Don't do that. Completely unnecessary. At this point, just pop your mine right here, and unless you specifically know that your mine. Okay, good. You're getting back to the spawn or the point faster. I guess technically it is your second spawn here, but that was good. What really helped out was you getting that tire. So one thing that I think is really important to do when you're on attack is if you get a pick, you can ult. Like, I think it's relatively safe. There are some scenarios. Okay, that's really good. You got Mercy. You can actually go faster if you go on the left side. Are you going to do it? Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Alright, so we're spamming. Get up close. You have your mine. You want to set up your mine. Put it on In these scenarios right here, majority of players go out of this room. They go over here. It's basically the right side. This is where like the stairs would be. If I could draw. But anyways, this is where the stairs would be. You generally want to put the trap right here, and then you can put the trap on one side, and then you can just spam on the other side, which is the left side. So keep that in mind as well. Basically what you can do with your trap is watch one side. Another important thing to do, when you saw exactly where he was, go forward at this point and you have mine. This is the easiest thing to actually hit, is just hitting the tire with your mine. It's so simple. Just you can practice it if you want. It's just really easy to do, and it'll help out your team a ton. Because right after that, since the Junkrat was so close, now at this point the fight is completely lost. You've already lost. Oh, I don't know. The Hanzo getting the scatter arrow. Oh, he's popping ults. Okay, dude, Hanzo popping off. But at this point, it's pretty much lost, unless Hanzo got all of them. This fight is pretty much over. Now, you dying here, it's going to stagger a little bit. Junkrat's ult gets built pretty fast in these lower ranks, so sometimes people have the mentality that I'm going to build my ult, I'm going to die, but I'm going to start building my ult. Absolutely terrible that your Reinhardt charged in. You guys are already down one player. Why would you charge in? DPS is definitely the role that lets you take the point, so it's a little bit difficult, especially if your whole team doesn't have ults, or if there's no reason really at this point to charge in as Reinhardt. Like I said, if maybe perhaps you all had ults and they all didn't have ults. Okay, look at this kill feed. All right, so D.Va is out of mech. Okay, this is what we know. Ryan's probably dead at this point because he charged like a few seconds ago. Ryan's dead. D.Va's out of mech. You get Orisa. Orisa comes right back up. Alright, this is before you even pop your tire here. You should always be looking at this. Awareness level is really low in a lot of these games. But the thing is that this is why we're trying to get you to get a little bit better at the game. Don't ult at this point. You'd have to ult like 5 people. D.Va is dead. Pretty much when D.Va's out of mech, it's pretty much game over. Important thing. You will not be able to kill Orisa when she's golden. She takes half damage, plus on top of that you have armor, which is going to be even further damage reduction. But you're not going to be able to kill Orisa, and I don't even know why you even went on Orisa in the first place, if anything. At this point, when we came in with the tire, right, we saw that the Orisa was here. There could have been maybe someone that was over here. Actually, we do see vaguely, you can see like some red text there. So there's someone right here. This would have been a much better area to actually ult. So if you see the Orisa, the first thing Orisa always does, she'll just pop her gold form. So all you need to do at this point is just go around, hit somewhere over there. That would have been a much better tire. Now, the tire at this point wasn't really worth it anyways. But if you were to tire, you should not be going on Orisa, especially when no one's there. And at this point, the fight is lost. Moira over here pretty much just needs to go to the left and try to survive, or just die and reset, jump off the map. That's something that I had a lot of trouble with. Even when I was playing at Masters level, it was definitely a problem when I noticed my own gameplay, is I would not reset. I would try to like build ult, survive. With RoadHog you can kind of do it, but there's some other heroes you just need to jump off the map, honestly. It's just going to be much better for your team. Okay, at this point, I think almost everyone is here. Alright, we got one down. That's really good. Okay, another problem you're having is you still have this trap up. You definitely need to be using your abilities. Even if you're just trapping this area over here, sometimes people go in, they charge in, maybe a Hanzo over here, they see him, they're going to try to back up. Well, obviously there's a shield right now, but let's say there wasn't a shield. They might back up right into it. So you need to get a lot closer. You can use your mind to push yourself. I'm sure you already understand that. You've done it like several times in this video. Just move yourself closer. You can be really effective, especially when everyone's sitting behind the Orisa shield, because it looked like everyone was basically behind that shield. Orisa popped her ultimate, so she was definitely going to sit behind it, protecting it. And at that point, you can actually blow yourself up as Junkrat, so you'd be, it's kind of the same mentality when Bastion's on the payload and there's like people just sitting on Bastion. You can kind of just go in there, spam your stuff, and even if you die, you might be able to get like a few kills. Especially at these lower ranks, that can definitely happen. The reaction time is a little bit slower to like the Junkrat, his passive when he goes away, where he drops his bombs. Okay, that's kind of good. You're throwing down the trap over there. Now, even though it's a little bit further back, okay, they get rid of it. Okay, so where shootings are. Now at this rank, it's not that bad to hit Zarya. Okay, let's look at the kill feed again. Important thing, you're down one player, especially when you are attacking on 2 CP. When one player is down, it's like you gotta reset. Like, unless you have Mercy popping ult or tons of other people are popping off, we're basically down one right now. At this point, it's not going to be in our best interest to ult. Now, we ended up getting a pretty good ult there. Now, again, this was technically before we had the knowledge that D.Va actually got the Orisa. So at this point, you got 3 players down on the other team, and you're down. So basically, you're up 2 heroes. But the problem is, when Mercy ults, it's definitely a problem. Hanzo's popping his ult over there. Unfortunately, we got hit by the Junkrat. Again, I'm pretty sure you still had your tire up. Use your tire. You can even go to the high ground and spam to force someone to answer that. Looks like you guys got another 2 picks, but again, Mercy's ultimate is just so dang strong. The Reaper ends up going off. You guys end up getting a tick. That's good. Use your minds, though. And before, you already showed us that you could go on the left side over here. Well, actually, hold on, let's just draw it better over here. On the left side where, you know, you could potentially fall off the map. You need to get back to the point as quickly as possible. And at this, you know, rate, you're going to stagger yourself a little bit. Why are we going up to the high ground? Just go straight over to the mid right now at this point. Because they need to contest super fast. At this point, again, it's more effective for you to be up and right in the point, because the mine, you can't really utilize the trap in this scenario because they're just going to go straight to the point. That's just generally how it is. Sometimes people will go for the high ground to get people off, but I mean, this is good though. Use your mines though. Use your mines. Another good thing to do right here is you still have your mine over here. Just throw a mine over here, or more specifically in this corner right here. It's a very popular spot for people just to rush straight into. They try to use this pillar right here as a object to not get shot. So what they'll do is they'll come over here generally, and they'll use this again to block. So if you put the mine like right here, usually people will just get hit by it. You can alternatively also throw a mine over here or anywhere closer. So when they try to come out of spawn, what you're able to do is bounce them back over here. Make sure you're popping it before they, like, example, if this is our mine, we're going to put an M for this. Make sure we're popping it before they would get anywhere, like, towards, like, the tip of it. That way it guarantees pushing them back. It's going to be much more effective for you to do that. Okay. I mean, at this point, you ended up getting it. But it still would have been theoretically just better for you to do that. Alright, so I guess now we're going to go swap up to Torb or something. Alright, so we're going RoadHog for defense. That's cool. Okay. So let's see what our team comp is. So it's D.Va as well as RoadHog. Now, this is much more of an aggressive tank lineup, but you can still punish people as long as they don't have like a Rhine shield. That can be kind of a problem, especially at these lower ranks, to force your tanks to play aggressive. Sometimes they just end up shooting the shields. Alright. So this is kind of bad positioning on Moira's end, but sometimes as a tank what you need to do is put yourself in front. So at this point, alright, we see the soldier right here. Moira's in front of you. Okay, so it always should be like this. Tank should be in the front, and then the DPS should be there, and then the healer or support should be there. Like this is like kind of how it should be. You should always have the tanks in front. The tanks create room for the DPS to get their jobs done, as well as kind of peel for certain heroes. But Hanzo's in front of you. You need to put your body in front. Sometimes, even though like theoretically she should not be in that position, you have to force yourself to go into those positions to try to help out your team. Okay, so we're just spamming right clicks. That's okay. Oh, nice. Getting the Mei. Okay, we didn't have hook up, but important thing to watch out for, especially nowadays that Mercy takes a few seconds, what's like 1.75 seconds to pull off her. Nice! I don't know if you knew you could actually do that, but you can actually hook the tire. Immediately after you hook the tire, though, make sure your heal is up, and you'll be good to go. Oh, nice. Okay, important thing. So, we just reloaded over here, and we instantly went for a hook. Okay, what you would want to do in this scenario, and this is for like any RoadHog player, is you actually want to shoot, whether it's left click or right click. At this point, I would have just left clicked. But then immediately you want to follow up with a hook, and then you just hold down the melee button, whatever button that is. What is it called? Is it clicking down on the R3? I think it is. But yeah, immediately follow up with a melee attack after you did that. I mean, he was pretty low at this point, so maybe you saw that. Now, that's okay sometimes, but it's just always better to do it just in case, you know, there could have been a healing orb or just anything to prevent him from dying. So this is going to be actually kind of difficult for you to break as RoadHog, especially with D.Va. Like, it's and a Hanzo. Like, you guys are going to. Oh, good! You guys are actually playing really aggressive. Okay, a lot of times again at these lower ranks, a lot of people are really afraid, but you do have a Junkrat. So I guess Junkrat can kind of help, but Reinhardt and Orisa, that's really tough for the Hanzo to land shots. But he's a legend, dude. The Hanzo Smurf. But you're doing pretty good. That was like, dude, I'm surprised this is gold level gameplay. Again, you guys are playing aggressive as a tank. Again, before with the Moira over there, where she was trying to play DPS, cosplay Moira, that was really good. All right, so okay. Oh, damn, I didn't even see that guy. So that was good. You preemptively hook. That's something a lot of low-ranked players don't do. Because sometimes people will be like, oh, your hook accuracy is so bad. But the thing is if you're going for preemptive hooks, that can actually be totally fine. Alright, so May's going in. She's freezing people. Okay, important thing. So Junkrat over here was trapped. Let's go back. Okay, so you see the Junkrat right here is trapped. The first instinct that you should have when you see anyone trapped or stuck in an animation, specifically like McCree or when Farah is like up in the air doing her ultimate, they're stuck in an animation, or again if they're trapped, what you want to do is you want to space your target, because Junkrat obviously is pretty good close range. Space your target and just right click him. You're left clicking and it looks like you were trying to get close. Alright, so we're ulting over here. Just pushing him back is totally fine, because I would say like at that point, I think you were unconfident of what was going to happen in that team fight, so you kind of just looked around. You didn't know where exactly everything was. And that's okay. You know, like I said, even when I was Master Suit, I had awareness problems in terms of resetting, but just being able to keep track of where your enemies. What, the D.Va actually got that. Okay, you have a Mercy over here. Okay, so you just killed Soldier. Right, at this point, their team should be backing up. You should be like, oh, yo, I've got 600 HP. Even though you lost like 5,000 HP, or excuse me, it was like 100 something because the orb too strong. But the thing is, you should be playing aggressive. Walk forward, you can heal. Because you just got, okay, they're playing aggressive even though their soldiers are ulted and he's also down. But I mean, sometimes at lower ranks, sometimes these things do happen. All right, so when you hear this ultimate, right? The first instinct that you should have, at this rank, I would say, is to look over in the top window, which is like over here. I'm sure you know where people stick around. That's your first instinct, is to look over there. It's a very, very common spot. I'm guessing the tire went over the little like window. So it was where you went up at one point. It's right here in this window. The tire almost guaranteed at this rank, it always goes over here. Sometimes people do fancy things, but for the most part at this rank, it will always be, almost always be at this window, at this you know, first point. Hanzo landing his dragon. Okay, that's nice. Nice, you're using that rock as cover. That's good. That's good. Now, when Mercy is valking, it's very rare to actually be able to get rid of her. Okay, so let's just heal up and just regroup for a second. But no. Okay, at this point, I'm sure you saw the kill feed. Like, we have Junkrat dead and our Hanzo dead. That's both DPS dead. Their whole team is right here. You wasted ult. Unless you're wanting to swap off. Which, at that point, that's okay. Because sometimes you're just like, I'm just going to get in some damage. Therefore, at this rank, it helps out for getting extra SR. But, again, that ult... If you were actually going to stay on RoadHog, it would have been completely wasted. What? Mercy going in for the res? See, ult would have been actually viable here. At this point, if you had ult, right? You should have backed up a little bit and then try to shoot over here so you can push them off the map over there. That would have been your goal. So we're healing up. Okay. What you can do, I don't think they had anyone that could have pushed off. Okay, so let's talk about positioning over here. What you could have done, theoretically, alright, is walk over here, look in either this direction or this direction over here, and you hook and you throw someone off. That would have been ideal in this position, because more likely you weren't going to get someone by actually shooting them to death, because at this point, the Zarya is still up. Looks like your D.Va's coming in. It's a loss fight at this point. Maybe you're stalling for some extra time, which some people do, but it's a much safer play just to be like, alright guys, let's all regroup at this point. Alright, so it looks like we're swapping off to Winston. Okay, so like I said, if you wanted to ult as RoadHog just because you're like, dude, I'm swapping off anyways, might as well ult. That's totally cool. Okay, we're not gonna go Winston. Wrong button. It's Torbjorn time. Alright. Alright, let's check out the positioning for the turret. Oh, you guys actually got a kill, but at this point, oh, hopefully you guys aren't going to be staggered. So we'll go ahead and build that turret up. And okay, important thing. Alright, they just killed one of your guys. Obviously that was on the kill feed. At this point, their first instinct is usually, let's just go straight to the point, guys. They're down a person, go to the point. This is not a good spot for the turret, alright? Better spots for the turret. Now, this one is a little bit, we'll pause it when we get to like a better screen of it, but there's a spot over here that you can throw the turret behind, and like at this rank, people don't even see it coming. So at this point, again, the first instinct is to go straight to the point. So you should have instantly walked up here to the high ground and placed the turret over here. There's a line of sight that blocks this, that makes it so someone over here at this window could not engage the turret that would be over here. So basically what I'm saying is to place the turret right here, and again, looking towards this direction where this is blocking this specific window. Again, it just blocks like a line of sight for them to actually hit the turret, and basically it forces them to be really out in the open for a little bit longer than they should be. It's a few seconds, but it makes a difference. But again, this positioning of the turret, not good because they should be just going straight in. That's the first instinct. And at this point, your team only has one tank. Wow. Okay, that was, dude, I swear, these lower rank divas, like, her ult gets so much value at lower ranks. It's absolutely crazy. Right now, you have so much time to set up your turret. Okay, important thing. Always give, oh wait, I don't know where Mercy was, but you gave armor to yourself before Mercy. Always make sure you give armor to supports before anything else. The reason why is they're theoretically going to get more value for it because it increases their effective health pool. To an extent, shield characters can also increase their effective health pool. The reason why I say effective health pool instead of just like their health is because healers generally shouldn't be engaged on, and if you give it to a tank, they're just gonna like burn it off. It's just gonna go away before like there's a fight that actually matters, if that makes sense, because keeping your supports alive is more important than keeping your tanks alive with like Torb armor. That's generally the case, is you want to prioritize giving it to them. You can also just throw armor on the point, that's totally okay. Another thing to look out for is when Junkrat actually ults, you have kind of two options as Torb. I generally just walk up to it and just try to right click it, because a lot of times people are like, dude, I'm not going to kill a Torb, right? And on top of that, because you have the armor, armor reduces the damage you take by 5. So you theoretically have like 280 HP, and the tire can hit for 600, but that would have to be like inside of Torb. It basically needs to be super close. Wow. Okay, hold on. Important thing. All right, you pop Molten Core, right? Okay, so that was okay because like Junkrat got a pick on your Junkrat, and it got the Diva mech, and then the Diva is dead. So you guys are down. All right, Diva gets rezzed. You pop ult over here. And you're constantly hammering. No. This thing, look at it. It has 800 HP. If they actually take this out, that's effective for you. It's way better for you to go straight in, like go contest the point and just start right-clicking into them. Start throwing down your armor. Do that. That's way better than just repairing your turret. Okay, so Jed, that's a good tip though. Looks like you guys are actually gonna hold this pretty well. The fact that you're actually just repairing the turret. See, it's not even taking any damage. Look at it. Okay, now it took some damage towards the very end. But just make sure. Oh gosh, the Hanzo. Interesting. You got some pretty good left clicks over there, man. I hardly ever left click with Torb from that range. I usually just right click. But it looks like you only have Diva for tank. Interesting choice, but in lower ranks, definitely things can happen. Make sure, like I said, make sure you tell Mercy, yo Mercy, pick up this armor. A really important thing to do is Mercy, and is that your only healer? But definitely should be getting that high ground over there, because again, it forces them to kind of go up to the high ground and get rid of it. RoadHog would have to position himself like pretty much on the point, looking upwards. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, the headshot! Dude, your shots on Tor are pretty spicy over here. Okay, looks like you're playing very, very greedy with the armor for yourself. Again, giving it to Torb is not ideal unless you're like, yo, I'm almost about to get Molten Core. And there are reasons to give it to yourself, but more than likely you should be giving it to the other healers. Specifically Mercy, though. Mercy can be an okay target to give it to. Hanzo can also be an okay target to give it to. Junkrat can be an okay target to give it to as well. Because those heroes generally will sit further back, where when they're getting dived, those are the scenarios where like it's going to like really help out. Because they're not going to be taking some small like damage to burn off the armor like, let's say, D.Va would, right? But, again, very greedy with the armor. Wait, how much? Okay, this is not effective with armor. You already had 11 armor. You can only get 75 armor. Like, even if you only have one armor, well, okay, one armor can be a big deal. The reason why is because it reduces the damage by 5, by a flat integer, with the exception of things that do like under a certain amount, which will actually reduce it by half. Because they would be under. Alright, so Junkrat's probably ulting. It sounds like it's from the right side. So we pop Molten Core once again. Go up to him! At this point, it's really good just to walk up. When you use Molten Core, to just walk straight up to their tanks and just right-click. Oh, dude, our Torb's going off. Alright. Again, pretty greedy with the armor. Oh, gosh. Alright. So, at this point, we just need to get one tick. Alright. So, again, very, very greedy with the armor. Alright, let's... Oh, wait, that was it. Oh, because they didn't even cap it. Alright. So, that was it. Oh, wait, we have to check out... Oh, hold on, let's check out... Did you give me the play of the game? Alright, let's check out the play of the game. It was just literally straight down. Okay, hold on. So at this point, let's just do this for the sake of doing it. Okay, let's go over the D.Va gameplay here. So when D.Va ults like this, the first reaction a lot of players have is to back out. But like at this point, you can't really back out. Wait, did it go through? Hold on, let me see. I don't know if she boosted and then threw it out. So she boosted and threw it out. So, okay, that's really good by the soldier. When D.Va uses her mech ult, a really good thing, like as soon as it's activated, if you have her in like sights and you pop soldier's ult, you can kill D.Va that way she can't get back in mech. So it trades really well for that aspect, but you have to have like kind of cover. So like ideally in this scenario as a soldier, he would go right here. Like he would move right here and stand behind this so when the mech blows up it wouldn't hit him. Because at this point, I'm not sure if they knew that they could have went like over here. I don't know if they can see. And we're not talking about behind the pillar, but we're talking about in this room like down here. This area, that could have dodged it, but the fact that they got 3 was crazy. It's because they all backed out. Okay, what? That got the soldier? That's impressive. That perfect geometry, man. Alright, so let's go over just a few. I'm just going to go over some like tips for you. Play more aggressive. Again, this is just a very common mistake in lower ranks. You're not, as Junkrat, you got to be using your trap much more often. Let me go back. Since we went. Okay. So mistakes or things that you can really improve upon on Junkrat is paying attention to, first off, what you're ulting and when you're ulting. Definitely you want to be using your trap much more often. It's up constantly. And then also, as RoadHog, I think you did like alright for the most part. I don't know if we landed that many hooks, but for the most part, again, there's a few instances where you could have been playing aggressive, but like there was one thing that you guys did really well, which I was super surprised with, which was like right here. They were set up just to hold that, and you just pushed forward. Good. Do that again. Another thing is, while you're healing, you can walk forward. You take 50% damage reduction. So, like, you played really aggressive right there. You should have just went even more aggressive. Go finish off those kills. Or unless you were trying to stagger, which means you're trying to kill them a little bit slower. But overall, just play a little bit more aggressive. And again, having the high ground. Again, it's a common mistake in these lower ranks that people aren't going for high ground. But anyways, buddy, I hope this helps you you out as well as anyone that watched this video. If you guys enjoyed the vid, drop a like on it. And like I said, if anyone wants some extra help with this, or just help, if you guys want to be coached, feel free to go ahead and send me your vid, your game plan, and I'll coach you and I'll try to get you a little bit better at this game. But thanks for watching, guys, and I am signing out.